Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback.
A 100% self-aware organization. Is that even possible? Can 100% of a company be fully self-aware? Now, again, I've cited it a million times, and I love the book Insights by Tasha Eurich. And she literally reports in her research, which is extremely well done. I think every executive should buy that book. And she talks about self-awareness and the importance in the workplace. And she talks about it in such a brilliant fashion, but she found out that 85% of people significantly lack self-awareness. So can we honestly have an 85 to 90% turnaround to have a 100% self-aware organization? Let me reframe that. What if we built a 100% aware organization? Not that we agree, not that we become fully self-aware, but we're kind of aware of perceptions. We're kind of aware of how we're perceived or how we're received. You know, we actually teach a course that is cloaked in how to coach with the understanding of your own emotional intelligence. So, for example, one of my low scores in EQ, emotional intelligence, is empathy. I'm aware of it. Does that mean I'm magically more empathetic? No, it doesn't. Does it mean I shouldn't try? Of course not. I need to try. I need to show more empathy. But I think at the foundation of emotional intelligence is this thing called self-awareness. I have described coaching really cloaked in the definition of self-awareness. So think about this just for a second. I have shared this definition for 34 straight years. Coaching is a two-step process. Number one, it's the ability to look in the mirror. And number two, it's to take action on what you see in number one. Here's the funny thing. Very few people arbitrarily do number one on their own. But what if there was a way to have people continually look in the mirror and they found a benefit as well as a plan, a step-by-step process to take what was found in that mirror and put it into action, whether it be self-coaching administered by a peer, administered by a boss, maybe an outside coach? Wouldn't the company benefit? Of course it would. So here's the toughest thing. In 34 years, I can give you countless examples. In the last 2 weeks, I can give you countless examples of where people lack self-awareness. I want to give you an example. I'm working in a sales organization right now with a president and a vice president of sales. They both attended the same meeting. I was in the meeting. Their depictions were so polar opposite of what happened in that meeting. Facts have left the building. And I said, well, is that what he said or is that how you interpreted it? Both parties. Yeah, it's kind of how I took it. I said, so it's not what he said. It's what you interpreted. Would you agree or disagree that your interpretation isn't always cloaked 100% factually in an accurate mode or model? Well, yeah, that's true. So what if there was a way where you could, on a continuous basis, invite people of your choosing to drive your self-awareness? What if there was a way to make that process easier? What if there was a way that your organization and every leader and employee had their own dashboard of where people actually perceived or how they were perceived? So we could correct and so we could flex and navigate conversations and interaction and maybe even alter the way we show up. Wouldn't that benefit the organization? See, we do all these things called, employee surveys and engagement studies. Those are incredibly important. Don't get me wrong. But what if there was a way down to each and every individual of your company that you could look in the mirror and start to understand how to alter what is being seen in that mirror? Now, a lot of times when we get perceptions or we understand people's perceptions, it's not always cloaked in accuracy. People misunderstand my lack of empathy. You know, it's really funny because I am very comfortable with conflict. And a lot of people say, oh, that guy loves conflict. I actually don't love conflict. I'm comfortable doing it. I'm comfortable having difficult conversations. So you combine that with a lack of empathy, I have to be fully aware of who I'm talking to and how that's being perceived. It doesn't mean I agree with what they said, but it does show me that I have an opportunity to flex and navigate my own approach. That's what self-awareness is all about. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.